Good day, everybody. This is Chris back again with the Ancient Scholar, and this is going to be video 3 on a series of videos that will be covering receptors. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to just talk real quickly about the difference, because I'll be using these terms, and I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. And that is the difference between a neurotransmitter, and a hormone. And we're going to think big picture here. So if I have a neuron, and a neuron goes to a receptor, and a neuron releases, so if you can imagine that this is maybe this little red dot here is a neurotransmitter, and that releases the neurotransmitter directly onto the receptor. So a neuron releases a neurotransmitter directly into whatever receptor on another, this may be a muscle, this may be an organ, maybe a gland, it may even be another neuron. But when I have that direct, when the nervous system directly releases a neurotransmitter onto a receptor, we call that a neurotransmitter. How about that? Now, when I have a situation, let's just get a new page here. So when I have a situation where a gland, so we will say that this is a gland here, and imagine, if you will, this is the circulatory system. Okay, we're thinking real big picture here, making it very simple. And I have my target receptor down here in another part of the body. When a gland secretes a chemical or a substance, okay, so the little blue dots, that substance, and that substance is circulated generally through the circulatory system, and it makes its way to a receptor, we call that a hormone. Okay. Now the reason that I want to make sure that we're on the same page about what a neurotransmitter and a hormone is that we have chemicals, or we have molecules, one molecule in particular that I'll just throw out there, is something called norepinephrine. And now norepinephrine can be released directly, okay, if that's the NE. Norepinephrine can be released directly from certain neurons into receptors, okay, and norepinephrine can be secreted by the adrenal gland, and it can make its way through the circulatory system to a receptor. Okay, so it's still norepinephrine, but when norepinephrine is released by a neuron onto a receptor, we call it a neurotransmitter. But when norepinephrine is secreted from the adrenal gland and it circulates through the circulatory system and makes its way to a receptor site, we call it a hormone. Now it's still norepinephrine, it's still the same molecule, it's just the way in which that molecule actually got to the receptor is a little different. And the difference between calling it a neurotransmitter and calling it a hormone is what kind of allows us to make that differentiation. And then there of course are some other neurotransmitters / hormones that kind of fall into this category as well. So I just wanted to clear that up, make sure everybody's on the same page. Okay, as always, thanks for hanging in there, guys.